Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today I'm showing you how to shoot a topspin shot. And a topspin shot is basically just what it sounds like. It's a shot where you hit above center on the cue ball, and the cue ball spins forwards, and when it hits the ball that it makes, it follows forward. So it's called a topspin or a follow shot. So, just going to demonstrate follow real quick. So I'm hitting above center on the cue ball, and the cue ball follows the ball. Now, obviously, the angle is different. Like, if the angle is not straight in just then follow is going to just go with the angle. You see how it followed towards that rail there. And if the angle is the opposite way, it'll follow towards that short rail. And it just like, the cue ball just has some forward motion, and it's just going to take when it hits its object ball. So, there are different degrees of follow. You can hit center ball soft, and the cue ball will follow forward just a tad. You can hit just a little bit above center, and you'll get a little more action than you would with center, slow. And you could also hit pretty hard with like max above center, and you see how it just takes off. So there's a trick about using topspin that some people don't know. And, well, not really necessarily a trick, but what people do when they don't realize that they're doing. So when people hit topspin, they think they're hitting so high on the cue ball, but they're really not, because when you're hitting with topspin, it's really the bottom part of the tip that's hitting the cue. That's hitting the cue ball. So if the top of the tip is hitting at the very top of the cue ball, the part that's actually hitting the ball is hitting a tip below where you think you're hitting. So always make sure the top of your tip is not what's going to hit the ball until you like accelerate all the way through. So some basics to a follow shot. You want to keep your cue as level as possible, and you want to have a loose wrist. So the more elevation you have, you'll kind of get a jump on the cue ball. The cue ball will jump up, and so your shot's going to be way less accurate. You may even miss a really easy shot because you elevated and you hit it with topspin and your cue ball jumped. Also, watch out if you're using any spin, because topspin can make the cue ball curve just a tad. So it can curve off path. So just know how you're hitting the ball. So topspin is used when you need to get position on a ball. So let's just imagine, let's say I'm in a situation like this, where I'm pretty straight on the 3 ball. I want to shoot the 4. I want to shoot the 2 ball next. I thought that was the 4 for a second. But I am blocked by the 9 that way. So we're going to hit with topspin and watch what happens with the cue ball. Hit with a tad bit of topspin, and bam, now we have a shot on the 2. So topspin is just used to gain positions on different shots, because if we hit center on this 3 ball, we may get shape on the 2 depending on how hard we hit, but if we hit pretty hard, we're blocked by the 9. So you just have to use topspin and just judge your way. Every table plays different, the rails play different. So just find your speed when using topspin, and you should be able to get great position on all your shots. I know I said earlier that you keep your cue level when you're shooting topspin shots. That's the best. But if you need a ton of topspin, you can actually tilt your cue the opposite way. So instead of going down, it's going up. So that'll put a lot of topspin on. So now let's get to several topspin shots and some topspin with side spin. Okay guys, so imagine we're in this position where we have a slight angle on the 2 and we want to make the 9 next. So what we would do, this is a very common position shot. we have a slight angle going this way. So the cue ball is going to go this way naturally. And off of this rail, it's going to the left. So left spin here is what we call running English. So we're going to pocket the 2 in the side, go 1, 2, 3, out for a shot on the 9. So make sure you practice this shot to get the speed of the table. I usually do this shot before games just to test the table. We got a little unlucky right there. So we can try that again. This is why you need to practice it, kind of get your feel for it. And so we've added more spin to get the right angle, and now we have a beautiful shot on that 9. Okay, so another shot that requires topspin. Let's say we have the 1 hanging right there, and the cue ball is right there, and we want to shoot that 4 next. And we don't trust the table. Maybe the table's not level enough to just slow roll the cue ball down there for shape on the 4. So let's say we don't trust our table with that, because some tables are unlevel. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use topspin. And topspin will take the cue ball into the 1 ball. Cue ball will play off this rail, out, and then back for shape on the 4. So this is one we're going to have to use max topspin, a loose wrist, and a lot of power. And now we have that beautiful shot on the 4. Very, very easy shot. All paid off with a little bit of topspin. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a drill that you can do when you're practicing your topspin. So set up a ball into a pocket and put it as like a straight shot. Then we're going to hit with some topspin, and the goal is to make the ball and scratch. So you may be like, why are we scratching? It's just to practice our direction with topspin. You can change angles, don't change angles, keep it straight, but change distances, I mean. So I go to like right here, change speeds, change amounts of topspin. Just the goal is to make the ball and scratch. So this is just working on our aiming with topspin and our speed control. See, we barely made it right there. So try different angles. I know it's weird that a drill is scratching, but it is what it is, and it works. The goal is kind of to get the cue ball in the middle of the pocket when you scratch. But yeah, this is a very good drill for practicing topspin shots. Okay guys, so another common topspin shot that you need to know to be great at pool is, it kind of looks like this. So let's say we are almost straight in on that 7 ball. Almost straight. Give ourselves a little more angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit with top left spin. Left spin is the running English in this case, because when it goes off this rail this direction, it's naturally going to go left with no spin whatsoever. So now we're hitting with top left to send the cue ball off this rail and off this rail. Now this is really just like a stroke shot. So this is all in the wrist. Make sure you are chalked up, because without chalk you'll probably miscue, which is hitting the cue ball too high or without chalk to cause it to go like that. So definitely do not want to do that. We don't have to hit it very hard because that side spin will really take off. So yeah, here it is. And now we have a better shot on the 9 ball. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, click that like button down below. That would be awesome. If you want to be notified when I post again, you just want to email or notification, click that subscribe button and then the bell icon right next to it. That'll just let you know that I've uploaded new content. But thank you guys so much for the support. over this past month. It's been insane. Everything is up 6,000%, which is absolutely crazy. And we just hit 3,000 subscribers, and that is awesome. And we also just hit 400,000 overall views, which is absolutely insane. And guess what? We also hit 1 million watch time minutes. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned from this video.